When I first heard about the fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, this was the first image that came to mind. Unless another unforeseen circumstance arises, this September, the world will watch former professional heavyweight boxing legend Iron Mike Tyson go toe-to-toe against YouTube influencer Jake Paul. It's not an exhibition match, supposedly. You want to know my prediction? I'll tell you, but first, what's the point of this video? Why are we talking about a boxing match on a channel that's all about influence and persuasion? Well, there are some very important lessons you can get from this fight. Use it to propel your own success. The thing that makes this match important to anyone is because of who it involves and what's at stake. Both contestants are well known, both are controversial, and the difference between the two makes this showdown a naturally attractive spectacle. Even if you hate the sport of boxing, or even hate both of these two individuals, who isn't at the very least curious what the outcome is going to be? The other thing to note, anticipation, the build-up. At the time this video was made, Mike Tyson was far past his peak fighter glory days. At 58 years old, he's nearly a senior citizen. On the other hand, we've got Jake Paul, a well-known YouTube influencer turned boxer. Paul is 27 years old, 31 years younger than Tyson, young enough to be Tyson's grandson. That age difference is a big part of what makes this fight so anticipated. His first pro boxing match was in 2018 against another influencer, Deji Olatunji. Paul won by technical knockout. Since then, Paul has had 8 more fights and won all except one. It should be noted that his only loss was to another professional boxer, Tommy Fury, in August of 2023. All others may not have been boxers, but there are some notable MMA fighters like Nate Diaz, who Jake Paul beat by unanimous decision. While Jake Paul has one loss on his record, it's notable that he hasn't been knocked out. It's also noteworthy that 6 of Paul's wins were knockouts. The question on everyone's mind is not just who will win, but how? Does Tyson still have the knockout power he's known for to put Paul in his place? Or is Jake Paul a serious threat enough to put Grandpa Tyson to bed? Those are questions everyone wants to know the answer to. Why? We're pattern recognition apes that love asking questions and telling exciting stories. Without you realizing it, not only are you now curious about this situation, you're also drawn in and now want to know the definitive answer. Most watching this want to know who will win. How will it unfold? What will be the outcome? The anticipation of this event has and will continue to build up until the event takes place. Finally, assuming all goes to plan, we'll all get an answer. But that's not the only useful thing about this. This build-up has been in the making for years, literally. Ever since Tyson retired, the world wondered if he'd ever fight again. Ever since Jake Paul started winning fights, the world wondered if he had what it took to take on champions. Every person of note becomes a character in a story. Each character takes on significance and meaning as their story unfolds, and news of their adventures accumulate. And no matter what the outcome, so long as they both continue living, we will want to know what happens next. And so on until they're no longer capable of fighting, or their lives end. You and I both know no matter who wins this one, if there's an opportunity for it, we'll all want to see a rematch, because we're invested in their story. It's the weirdest thing. So how do you use this? The first thing you want to recognize is, if you don't have any notable records under your belt yet, you're a nobody, an underdog. We all start off as nobody underdogs. The key is to quickly get some wins under your belt. Who can you take on and beat to start getting you a reputation? The tougher the opponent, the bigger the street cred. The more frequently you rinse and repeat this feat, the more your legend grows. You want people talking about you. You've got to give them something to talk about though. Put in the work. Get some achievements. That's positioning. People are impressed by those that do things, not by those that say they're going to do things. The more things you do, the more conquests you conquer, the more achievements you get, the more respect you gain. That's how you get recognition and higher status, at least one way. And while we're talking about the sport of boxing, this translates in the business world just fine. All you've got to do is take action, then win. Make sales, hit high score records, get wins under your belt. Do it for noteworthy clients, people that are established and have street cred. Do it again and again. Talk about it, showcase it, talk smack about it. Get others to do it too. And pretty soon, you'll be highly regarded and highly revered also. People will begin to know your name. And so long as you keep going, they'll want to see you in action again and again. If nothing more, than to see if you still have what it takes. Did this make sense? Did you find it useful? Let me know your feedback in the comments below. Oh, and my prediction? Who's going to win this match between Jake Paul and Tyson? Well, the boxing promoters and Netflix for sure. But besides that, my prediction is in the description below. Who do you think is going to win? Did you find this useful? Remember, haters are always going to hate, but you don't have to dim your shine to light someone else's candle. The darkness is defeated in our collective light. Check out the description box for more useful stuff. If you want to get in touch with me, ways to do that are there too. Did you find this video useful? If so, please light up that like button. It's a small act from you, but means the world to me. If you don't want to miss more useful content like this, smash subscribe and bing that bell. For even more exclusive content, be sure and join the newsletter. Link is in the description. And now, check out one of these other useful videos.